Hi everyone, this is Max with MxChat, and today we're going to be doing a quick overview of how to quickly get started and covering some of the key features. Now, this will not be a very technical deep dive. This is just a high-level overview to get you up and running as quickly as possible. Before you can get started doing anything at all, you're going to need an API key. MxChat uses a chat model and an embedding model. This is in order to support the RAG and knowledge retrieval. So you have to start by selecting your chat model and then also select your embedding model. You will need an API key for both, and you must have credits in your account before you can get started. You will not be able to submit knowledge into the database without having credits in your embedding model API key. Before we really even hop into that, I want to start off by covering what is RAG. I've made a great little page here that I will share, but it's covering essentially how does RAG work in retrieving data in order to give a response. I think this is very important because in order to align your chatbot and to understand how it's answering questions, you have to first understand how RAG works. So a quick overview. This is some great explanations here. The first thing is the chatbot doesn't read your entire knowledge database to answer a question. So think of it. That would be like essentially reading an entire encyclopedia to answer one simple question that may be on one page. What RAG does is it finds the top matches in your database and then only gives a certain group of those top matches to your AI for a response. Another good example, I think, is the librarian example. So, the AI crafts a response. The most relevant chunks of content are handed to the AI, which reads only those pieces and writes a natural answer. So think of it like our librarian who's going to pull 3 to 5 of the most relevant books off the shelf, and it's going to read the key pages, and then it's going to explain that answer to you. That's in essence what is occurring here. So the way it matches data is based off semantic similarity. It does not do it through like a regex. It does not do like string matching. It doesn't do keyword matching. What it does is it takes the semantics of that question and then matches it to the semantics of your knowledge database. Semantics are grouped together, so you can, for example, if you're asking about something like an airplane, you can see there are other semantically similar things to an airplane. And that's how it allows you to retrieve content that does not have an exact word. And an example of this is if someone says, can I get it cheaper? Can I buy your product cheaper than what you're offering it for? That could match a knowledge set of discounts because it's semantically similar. That's probably, I don't know if that's going to make it more confusing, but that's in essence how RAG works. Now let's quickly look at MxChat here. So you have a few key things. First, you have the settings page, you have the knowledge page, transcripts, actions. Under the settings, this is where you can control your, you can select your models first off. You can control your behavior. This is how you tell your chatbot what to do and how to behave. There's a few other settings here. Your similarity threshold. This controls how accurate your queries are. Your RAG sources limit. This is, think of the librarian, how we said 3 to 5 earlier. This controls how many sources you would like your AI to receive. Just remember, the higher this is, it's going to pull in more generalized data and the more tokens you're going to use. Contextual awareness, that gives the AI context of the page it's currently on. So if a user says, what page am I currently on? The AI will know what's going on with that. Citation links just allows the AI to provide citations of its sources when answering questions. I'm not going to go through every single one, but as you can see, you have various different display settings. One thing to keep in mind, to show your MxChat on any page, you can enable this here and then choose if you want to do certain post types or what have you. You can also use the shortcode that will automatically embed it on certain pages. Here you have all of your API keys. You can just enter in your API keys for anything you need there. Optimization, this is a newer feature. This allows you to delay the loading of the scripts for page speed scores, and this is a debug feature that will be released in 3.08 coming out. But effectively, once you have your API keys in, keep in mind, OpenAI key detected does not mean your OpenAI key is valid. It's just saying it's detected something in the API key field. You still have to add credits to your account before you can start with anything. That goes with the same message on the knowledge database. When it says we detected your API key, that does not mean it is detecting funding and that it's good to go. There's no way to detect if someone has funding in their account. So this is just telling us that, hey, we know you have an API key, so that's a great start, but remember to add credits to your account. You can submit content in several different ways. So you can do the WordPress import option, which is going to be one of the best options, and it allows you to get the cleanest data. It doesn't work for every scenario though. Sometimes if you have dynamic content loading into the page, it won't capture it there, and that's when you'd have to use the sitemap or the direct URL. With that, you can also do direct content, which just allows you to manually type in content, or the PDF import option. Once you import content into your database, you will have it, it will show here. There are some other various settings. You can auto sync. This means for content that, any new content that is created, updated, or deleted, it will be automatically added or removed from the knowledge database. Content chunking. This breaks large content up into smaller chunks for the AI to have. Remember, there's context windows. You can't have unlimited amount of content shoved into it, so it breaks it down into chunks to give to it. Role restrictions allows you to restrict content in the database that the AI can receive. So what will happen is the AI will check the user's role. It checks the user's role before giving the AI the content. So that way, if you have gated content, the AI will never even have access to it. It can never be extracted, even through like prompt engineering or someone trying to prompt hack the data out of it. It will not even have access to the data if the user's role does not match that content. You have ACF fields support, and then custom meta tags as well. Now, WordPress will work for the vast majority of users. The WordPress database, if you're running a large e-commerce store, if you plan to have hundreds or thousands of entries into your database, it's definitely recommended to use Pinecone. This is a free database that you can use. It is meant for large data sets and can scale basically infinitely. You can also use the new OpenAI vector store, which is replacing the OpenAI assistance API that was previously released through OpenAI. You go to their dashboard and you can upload your content there, and it essentially vectorizes it into a vector database, and then you just enter your vector ID here. Great. Now let's take a look at the chat transcripts. So you can see there's a few different things here. At the top, you just have some chat metrics here: total messages, average messages per chat, peak activity time, etc. You also have a 7-day activity chart, which will show how many chats per day, as well as how many messages per day as well. Looking at the chats, I want to cover a few different things here. So there's an information drop down here. This will show you a few different things. One, it'll show you the page in which the chat originated on, so you can see where the chat started. It'll also show you any links that the user has clicked in that chat. So if you have sources on, or it's giving the user links, it will automatically show you every single link that the user has clicked right here in this informational dashboard. If you're using your service is providing international, and you get users from all over the world like I do, you can choose to automatically translate your transcript here. So you just select the language you would like and then click translate, and it'll translate all of the transcript information for you. That is great, instead of having to go to some other service to translate the script to see what was said. Along with that, in here you're going to see sources button here. If you click this, this is a really great feature to help understand why your chatbot answered the way it did, and to see what sources were retrieved. As you can see here, this shows that for this message, these two sources were retrieved and given to the AI for a response. If you have actions set up, it will show which actions were triggered and what their scores were if not. Along with that, on the front end, you can also see this information through the MxChat debugger. This is great for, once again, testing your chatbot. You open up this panel here. You can clear your chat session, which is great for testing. You need to do that often. You can see which links were approved to give into the AI. You can see what the document match scores were. You can also see the actions triggered, or if what the actions similarity scores were. Out of that, you have a few different notification settings. You can enable chat notifications, which will send you an email when you receive a new chat, transcripts being emailed after a certain period of time, etc. Actions. Actions are specific functions that are triggered based on certain semantic scores. So with that, for example, you can do an email capture here. You can just call it discount capture. And sign me up, or no, let's do discounts, sorry, available. This will automatically trigger. You can see, you can adjust your similarity score here. We'll just put it down here. So what happens is every single chat will now check this semantic similarity, and if it's matched, it'll automatically do the email capture flow. To give you an example here, we can go up front, do discounts available. As you can see now, it's updated. Here's the document matches, and you can see it triggered the discount capture form here. Now, the reason it didn't actually do the email here is because it's not configured. So you would have to have, obviously under integrations, you have to have your loops, API keys, and whatnot set up. Okay, so that'll be under API keys. Sorry. So if that was set up, you would be able to go there, you would put in the information that you'd want the chatbot to say whenever it was triggered, and then it would have asked the user to enter their email address or what have you. So there's a variety of different actions depending on if you have Pro or not. There's a variety of different things that you can do. And this, once again, this is kind of like intent recognition. It's able to understand what the user is trying to do, and then from there it's able to do very specific key function flows. All right, pros and extension. This is where if you're a MxChat Pro member, you can activate your Pro license. Down here you can see all the different add-ons that we currently have. You can easily click get extension in order to download and activate that extension. Once again, that was a quick high-level overview. I will have many more videos coming soon. I appreciate you all and have a great day.